In the introductory section, we mentioned that the muscles of the back are divided into groups. First, there is the deep group, which consists of several large and small muscles that move the vertebral column, ribs, and skull. These are the true muscles of the back. Then we have the superficial group, which consists of upper limb muscles named as trapezius, latissimus dorsi, rhomboids, and levator scapula. There is also a third group that we did not mention before. It is known as the intermediate group of back muscles. It consists of two small muscles of the thoracic wall named the serratus posterior superior and serratus posterior inferior. The group of muscles that we will discuss in detail is the superficial group. The superficial group of muscles of the back connects the shoulder girdle with the vertebral column. However, developmentally, except for the trapezius, and functionally, these are upper limb muscles. The muscles in this group are divided into two layers and are easy to remember. The first layer consists of trapezius and latissimus dorsi muscles. The second layer consists of levator scapula and the rhomboids muscles. Let's go through their origin, insertion, and action one by one. First, we have the trapezius muscles. It is a large triangular muscle that extends over the back of the neck and thorax. This muscle originates from the superior knuckle line of occipital bone, as shown here. Its fibers also originate from external occipital protuberance and the ligamentum nucha. Trapezius is a large muscle. Its fibers are divided into upper, middle, and lower fibers. The upper fibers are directed downward and laterally into lateral third of the clavicle, while the middle fibers are directed horizontally into acromion of the scapula. The lowest fibers are directed upward and laterally and are inserted into the medial end of spine of scapula. The muscle is innervated by motor fibers of the 11th cranial nerve, that is the accessory nerve, and the sensory fibers from the 3rd and 4th cervical nerve. The action of the muscle is determined by its attachments. As fibers of trapezius are inserted at the scapula, the main action of the muscle is its movement. The upper fibers elevate scapula, while middle fibers pull scapula medially, and lower fibers pull scapula downward. You can remember the action of trapezius as shrugging of the shoulders. Second, we have the latissimus dorsi muscles. The latissimus dorsi is a large, flat, triangular muscle that extends over the lumbar region and the lower part of the thorax. This is the only muscle which connects the pelvic girdle and vertebral column to upper limb. It possesses extensive origin and narrow insertion. It originates from posterior part of the iliac crest, spines of vertebrae T7 to T12, lumbar fascia, and from the lower 3 to 4 ribs also. Its fibers converge, and the muscle ends in a tendon which is inserted into bicipital groove of the humerus. This muscle is innervated by the thoracodorsal nerve, a branch of posterior cord of the brachial plexus. As for the action of this muscle, its function is adduction and medial rotation of arm. Adduction, extension, and medial rotation of the shoulder as in swimming, as in rowing, climbing, pulling, folding the arm behind the back, and scratching the opposite scapula. Before moving ahead to the second layer of superficial group of muscle, you can pause and review the two muscles we have discussed so far. The first muscle in the second layer of superficial group of back muscles is levator scapulae. This muscle originated from the transverse processes of the upper 4 cervical vertebrae. It is inserted into the medial border of the scapula, opposite the supraspinous fossa. Nerve supply to the muscle is from the 3rd and 4th cervical nerves, and from dorsal scapular nerve of the brachial plexus. Levator scapula, as the name suggests, helps in elevation of scapula as well as backward rotation of scapula. The muscles also bends neck to its own side and stabilize the scapula during movements of upper limb. Lastly, we have the two rhomboid muscles that have similar functions and nerve supply, but differ in their origin and insertion. Rhomboid minor originates from the lower part of the ligamentum nuchae and spines of the 7th cervical and 1st thoracic vertebrae. The fibers of this muscle are then inserted into the medial border of the scapula, opposite the root of spine. Nerve supply is from the dorsal scapular nerve. While the rhomboid major muscle, it originates from the 2nd to 5th thoracic vertebrae and the corresponding supraspinous ligaments. Its fibers are inserted into the medial border of the scapula opposite the infraspinous fossa. It is also innervated by the dorsal scapular nerve. The function or action of these rhomboids muscles is retraction of the scapula as well as backward rotation of the scapula. They also play a role alongside levator scapula to stabilize the scapula during movements of the upper limb. That ends our lecture on the back of the human body with respect to the upper limb. Stay tuned to sqadia.com, where you can watch more videos on different anatomical regions.
Explore our extensive library of over 1,800 video lectures to learn about a wide range of topics. Only on sqadia.com.